2025 Indoor-Outdoor Living, Minimalist Interiors with Peaceful Gardens. In 2025, the home is no longer imagined as a sealed container, but as a breathing environment where walls soften, light expands, and the outdoors flows inward without interruption. This design philosophy, indoor-outdoor living, has become one of the defining movements of modern architecture. It is not about decoration, but about reshaping the daily experience of space, allowing tranquility, openness, and simplicity to guide how people live. Picture a living room that does not stop at the sliding door, but continues into a terrace framed by greenery. Furniture in natural wood and stone complements the garden's textures, while soft neutral walls reflect sunlight that shifts throughout the day. The line between interior flooring and exterior paving is blurred so completely that movement between the two feels instinctive. The house becomes part of the landscape, and the landscape in turn becomes part of the house. Minimalism is the natural foundation of this approach. Stripped of clutter, interiors amplify the power of space, air, and light. Clean lines and calm palettes allow nature to take center stage, with each plant, each shadow, and each breeze playing a role in the overall composition. Rather than competing with the outdoors, the home frames it like a gallery frames art. Subtle design details, recessed lighting, matte finishes, hidden storage ensure that nothing distracts from the connection to the garden. Gardens themselves are redefined. They are no longer a patch of green, but a continuation of daily living spaces. Outdoor kitchens, reading nooks beneath pergolas, meditation decks surrounded by bamboo, and pathways designed for slow walking turn exterior areas into true rooms. These spaces encourage rest, creativity, and mindfulness, offering a balance to the fast pace of modern life. The garden is not outside, it is an extension of the living room, the dining room, the home office. Sustainability and technology deepen this evolution. Glass that shifts transparency, automated shading systems, and discrete ventilation keep homes comfortable while preserving the natural flow of light and air. Materials are chosen with care. Reclaimed timber, recycled stone, and low-impact composites reduce environmental footprints while offering timeless beauty. Solar panels blend with minimalist rooflines, rainwater collection supports the garden, and energy-efficient layouts ensure that luxury does not come at the planet's expense. The psychological benefits of this lifestyle are powerful. Humans thrive in contact with nature, and research continues just to show the effects of sunlight, fresh air, and greenery on health. Homes designed with an open flow nurture calmer minds, stronger focus, and better rest. Children grow up with a sense of connection to the earth, while adults rediscover rituals of grounding, stepping outside barefoot, pausing to notice seasons, working with doors wide open. The architecture itself encourages a gentler rhythm of living. Cultural traditions shape this global trend in unique ways. Japanese design emphasizes Zen-inspired courtyards where stillness and stone patterns invite contemplation. Scandinavian influence highlights simplicity, warmth, and the embrace of natural textures. In coastal regions, breezy verandas create shade and channel winds, while urban homes turn to vertical gardens and rooftops as their green sanctuaries. This adaptability ensures the concept thrives across climates and lifestyles, proving that indoor-outdoor flow is not a passing style but a lasting shift. The meaning of home ownership is also being redefined. Value is measured not only in luxury finishes or square footage, but in the ability of a space to nurture well-being and reduce environmental strain. Homes that dissolve boundaries between inside and out embody a philosophy of balance between personal comfort and ecological responsibility, between privacy and openness, between the pace of technology and the stillness of nature. Every doorway opening into a courtyard, every kitchen counter aligned with a garden bed, every hallway that frames the view of a tree represents more than design. It represents a conscious choice to live in harmony with the earth, to seek wellness through connection rather than consumption. Architecture becomes less about walls and more about thresholds, less about limits and more about continuity. The future of living, as the 2025 demonstrates, is one where architecture and landscape speak the same language. Together they create homes that are not only shelters but sanctuaries, offering calm, clarity and beauty in a world that often feels restless. By weaving minimalist interiors with serene gardens, design has given people the rare gift of feeling both grounded and free at once. As this movement matures, architects and designers in 2025 are refining the techniques that make indoor-outdoor living seamless. The starting point often lies in spatial planning, where floor layouts are designed to align sight lines with outdoor features. A living room might face a reflecting pool that mirrors the sky, while a bedroom opens to a private courtyard shaded by tall grasses. The orientation of each room matters. Sunlight, wind patterns, and natural sounds are studied carefully to ensure that comfort flows naturally without relying solely on artificial systems. Materials carry much of the weight in creating this harmony. Stone, concrete, and timber are not chosen only for durability, but for their tactile connection to the earth. When polished concrete inside matches the tone of the garden path outside, the transition becomes nearly invisible. Large format tiles stretch from kitchen to patio, encouraging movement without pause. Glass plays a central role too, but it is not just clear panes, it is layered with technology to filter heat, reduce glare, and maintain privacy when needed. The result is transparency without compromise. Furniture design follows the same logic. Modular seating arrangements allow pieces to be shifted from interior lounges to exterior decks without disrupting style. Upholstery in weather-resistant fabrics blends with neutral indoor palettes, ensuring continuity across spaces. Dining tables crafted from reclaimed wood, benches made of stone or concrete composites, and minimalist loungers provide both durability and sculptural presence. In this approach, furniture is not confined by walls. It belongs to the experience of the entire home. Lighting has evolved to reinforce this flow. During the day, natural light dominates, guided by skylights, clerestory windows, and open courtyards. As the sun sets, warm-toned LED systems mimic the fading glow of twilight. Outdoor lanterns, recessed step lights, and subtle garden spotlights extend the interior mood into the night. Instead of harsh separations, there is a rhythm, a gradual blending of brightness and shadow that maintains intimacy while celebrating openness. Gardens themselves are designed with architectural precision. Instead of ornamental lawns, landscapes now emphasize layered textures, local plant species, and purposeful layouts. Vertical gardens climb walls, softening the structure with greenery. Raised beds filled with herbs and vegetables support daily cooking, while reconnecting residents with cycles of growth. Water features, whether reflective pools, narrow channels, or minimalist fountains, introduce sound and movement that calm the senses. These gardens are not passive decorations, they are living, evolving rooms of the house. Climate adaptability plays a critical role. In warm regions, pergolas with adjustable slats, breezeways that channel wind, and shaded courtyards provide natural cooling. In cooler climates, retractable glass enclosures and radiant heated floors allow outdoor areas to remain usable through multiple seasons. The design ethos is not about forcing one solution everywhere, but about tailoring indoor-outdoor continuity to local conditions. This adaptability ensures longevity and practicality. Technology deepens the experience without overwhelming it. Automated irrigation systems monitor soil moisture to nurture gardens efficiently. Sensors track light intensity to adjust shading panels in real time. Voice-controlled systems allow a resident to open skylights, extend awnings, or dim outdoor lighting without interrupting the atmosphere. These tools are discreet. Their purpose is to support comfort, not dominate attention. The architecture remains human-centered, even as it integrates advanced tools. The social life of the home is transformed by this openness. Family gatherings naturally spill into courtyards, and meals become experiences that shift between dining tables and outdoor fire pits. Children play where supervision is effortless, running from kitchen to garden without barriers. Guests experience a sense of hospitality that is expansive yet relaxed, where conversation flows under both roof and sky. These spaces encourage connection because they erase the boundaries that often separate people indoors. At the same time, solitude finds its place in these designs. A quiet reading nook overlooking a bamboo grove, a yoga platform surrounded by still water, or a work desk positioned near a vertical garden all create opportunities for individual reflection. The balance between communal energy and personal retreat is one of the defining qualities of indoor-outdoor living. By offering both, the home becomes flexible, responsive to different moods and needs. What makes 2025 distinctive is the way these concepts are no longer confined to luxury projects. Mid-sized homes, urban apartments with balconies, and suburban houses with compact yards are adopting scaled versions of the same principles. Even in small spaces, folding glass walls, vertical gardens, and shared courtyards bring the sense of openness. This democratization ensures the philosophy becomes more than a trend for the elite. It becomes a widely shared architectural language. Global design culture is embracing this philosophy with unique variations. In Mediterranean regions, terracotta tiles, olive trees, and open terraces reflect centuries-old traditions, reinterpreted with minimalist restraint. In tropical climates, indoor courtyards filled with ferns and palms create shaded sanctuaries. In cities where land is scarce, rooftop gardens transform unused surfaces into vital living areas. Each culture adapts the concept while contributing to a broader global dialogue about harmony with nature. Underlying this entire movement is the recognition that architecture influences lifestyle at its core. A home that breathes with the outdoors encourages slower mornings with fresh air, shared dinners in twilight, and weekends spent tending to plants instead of staring at screens. It shapes values by making sustainability tangible, beauty accessible, and nature present. In this way, architecture does not simply provide shelter, it provides a framework for how people aspire to live. As the trend gains momentum, it signals something larger, a collective desire to reconnect. In a world often dominated by technology and rapid change, these homes anchor people in the timeless elements of earth, air, water, and light. They do not resist progress but integrate it gracefully, ensuring that innovation supports rather than replaces connection. The result is architecture that is both futuristic and deeply human, both forward-looking and rooted in the oldest rhythms of life. The future of indoor-outdoor living is not just about design trends, but about shaping a new cultural narrative for how people inhabit space. By 2025, this movement has become a foundation for imagining how homes will evolve in the decades to come. Architects, urban planners, and homeowners are asking deeper questions. How can spaces contribute to resilience? How can they promote wellness? And how can they remain adaptable in an uncertain future? The answers point toward a vision where the relationship between humans and nature is no longer secondary but central. Sustainability sits at the heart of this vision. The indoor-outdoor home of the future is conceived as an ecosystem, one that produces as much as it consumes. Rooftop gardens filter air and reduce urban heat. Rainwater harvesting supports not only household needs but also irrigation for lush green spaces. Composting areas transform organic waste into nourishment for the soil. Solar and wind technologies are integrated into minimalist design so seamlessly that energy production becomes invisible yet constant. These innovations do not feel like add-ons, they are woven into the identity of the home itself. Well-being is equally prioritized. In a society where stress levels and digital saturation are common, the architecture of tomorrow provides daily rituals of grounding. Morning light filtered through skylights sets circadian rhythms naturally, Open courtyards filled with greenery act as spaces for meditation or mindful breathing. Even the simple act of cooking becomes a sensory experience when herbs grow just outside the kitchen window. The house becomes a partner in health, nudging its inhabitants toward a slower, more intentional way of living. Adaptability ensures that these homes remain relevant across time. Designs emphasize flexibility, sliding partitions that convert open spaces into private zones, modular furniture that shifts between indoor and outdoor uses, and outdoor enclosures that can expand or contract depending on season and weather. A home that once served a family of 4 can later transform into a multi-generational dwelling without losing harmony. This adaptability reflects a broader understanding that life itself is fluid, and architecture must flow with it. Community design is another frontier. As more neighborhoods adopt this philosophy, shared courtyards, rooftop gardens, and communal outdoor kitchens emerge as gathering spaces. Instead of isolating families, architecture encourages interaction. Children from different households play together in shaded green corridors, while adults share meals under pergolas or collaborate in outdoor work areas. This emphasis on community blurs not only the line between indoors and outdoors, but also between private and collective life. Technology continues to refine these experiences, though always with subtlety. Smart systems track air quality and adjust ventilation, ensuring that residents breathe fresh, clean air. Integrated solar batteries store excess energy and allow homes to function independently during grid outages. Augmented reality tools help residents visualize seasonal changes in their garden layouts or experiment with new furniture arrangements before committing. Technology supports but never overshadows the central goal: connection with the environment and with one another. Cultural diversity enriches the evolution of these ideas. Each region brings unique interpretations. Desert homes where shaded courtyards preserve coolness, mountain retreats where glass walls open to forests, and urban apartments where balconies are transformed into pocket gardens. These variations are not deviations, but expressions of the same universal desire to live in harmony with the natural world. As these approaches spread globally, they create a shared architectural language that respects both local identity and global sustainability. The emotional dimension of these spaces cannot be overlooked. Standing at the threshold between an interior room and a garden, residents often describe a sense of expansiveness, of belonging to something larger than themselves. Architecture becomes more than shelter. It becomes a medium for joy, calm, and reflection. Children grow up with memories not of confined walls, but of open skies, of seasons passing visibly through the home, of family moments carried by sunlight and breezes. These experiences shape values that extend far beyond design. They influence how future generations see their relationship with the earth. Economics also plays a role in solidifying this movement. As demand for sustainable and health-oriented living grows, property values increasingly reflect the presence of indoor-outdoor design. What was once considered a luxury feature, an open courtyard, a rooftop garden, a seamless transition between rooms and terraces, has become an expectation for forward-looking buyers. Developers respond by embedding these elements into mainstream housing, ensuring accessibility across broader markets. In this way, market forces reinforce cultural shifts, propelling the trend from ideal to norm. Looking ahead, the indoor-outdoor flow is not the final destination, but a starting point for even greater integration. Cities themselves may evolve in similar ways. Green corridors threading through dense neighborhoods, office towers designed with terraces on every floor, schools where classrooms open into gardens for experiential learning. The principles shaping homes ripple outward into larger scales, influencing how people work, study, and interact in shared spaces. Ultimately, this transformation is about rediscovery. It is about remembering that the walls we build should protect but not separate. That beauty is found not in excess but in balance. And that the future of living lies in returning to the oldest truths, that humans belong to nature, and our homes should remind us of this daily. In 2025 and beyond, architecture becomes not just the art of building, but the art of belonging, weaving minimalist interiors and serene gardens into a life that feels at once modern and timeless.